guys, this is Nikki, your MUA Nikki on Instagram, formerly known as Eye Candy MUA, and finally I come to you with a video on this pretty look. So please stay tuned, and I hope that this will be helpful to you. Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye. Okay. So I'm using Sushi Flower, a Shadow by MAC, a pink, and I'm gonna just take that color in my lid very softly. So I like to use windshield wiper motions when I'm doing this so that I make sure that I get very soft color payoff. And as you can see, like, I'm just going back and forth. And I don't have like a traditional almond shaped eye. I have kind of Asian slash, I don't even know. So this is probably going to look a little bit differently than your regimen. So just make sure that whatever crease you have, you're going slightly above it to give like a fade out pink. And then I'm going to go with the purple. This is a pretty vibrant shadow. I'm going to take the same brush because these two shadows are just kind of gonna melt together and it won't matter that I'm using the same brush for the two shadows. And I'm going to blend a little bit lower this time, more true into the crease. So at first the pink shadow was above the crease. This one is going to be more into the crease. And then I'm going back and forth, trying to keep my mouth closed. It's so hard to do when you're applying makeup on yourself because, yeah, it's just the face that we made. I'm just going a little bit in with the pink just to make sure that the two colors are well blended. Sometimes I like to take a clean blending brush and just kind of clean up my edges a little bit. And then I'm gonna take Shadowy Lady, which is my favorite deep purple eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna kind of go in the outer V, if you will. Just kind of, again, I don't have much of a crease, so my outer V kind of looks like my crease. And then I take that same fluffy blending brush and just kind of blend that out. Now I'm going to take out of my Naked 3 palette, it's this really pink shimmery color that I just love. And I'm going to put that on the lid. It's called Buzz, it's in the Naked 3 palette. And I'm going to do a technique that is going to change your life. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to literally take my Fix Plus MAC spray and spray a flat brush. And by doing that, I'm making the shadows, especially ones that are more glittery, I'm making them like just pop. It's gonna appear like it's more pigmented. And wetting an eyeshadow brush, you don't necessarily have to have this Fix Plus spray. You can use water, you can use any kind of makeup setting spray. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on my lid. And if you do have flat set eyes, notice that I did my lid last instead of first. This is normally something you would do first, but I literally kind of trace my own, I trace out a crease with my lid color. So I'm just wetting my brush a little bit more. And I'm just gonna make sure that the color is in my little half moon shape, creating that crease that I don't have. And then I always go back with my crease colors because it can kind of be harsh when I do my lid last. So I just make sure that it's all well blended. A nice even saturation of color. I'm going back with Shadowy Lady, which is the darkest purple. And then I'm just going to darken my outer corners and in my crease. Give it a little bit of depth. pink and purple. I just love this combination. It makes me feel like a Barbie doll. I always say all those fails blend some more. You can never blend too much. It just softens the entire look. And now that I think I've gotten it the same like the other, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of mascara and put my lashes on. And then I'm gonna do the eyeliner lash. And I always apply mascara prior to lashes simply because I think that it makes the lashes adhere better. It looks more natural because there's no like line of lash and fake lash. I don't know, it's just better. And I'm gonna be using True or False lashes. This one is, I guess there's on this, I don't know what it's called. They were on sale for 75 cents, so I bought like 15 pair because I'm about that life. Okay, so I'm gonna just apply these lashes as close to my natural lash line as possible. And luckily these just kind of fell right into place. And I like to apply mascara. I just put my finger right on top of the lashes, lifting my lashes up, and apply mascara. And this kind of adheres the lashes. Gives it just that extra little bit of security that they're not going anywhere. It makes them look a little bit more natural. And then I'm gonna go in and do eyeliner on the other eye, because as you can see, I'm a little unbalanced right now. And I'm gonna be using the Smashbox gel eyeliner. Links to all of these products will be down below. And I'm using an angled brush. This is Max 266 brush. And I just do little bitty little tick marks just to make sure that I get a smooth line. Don't feel like you need to do just one big swoosh. I don't know. I only know very few people that can do eyeliner that precise. And then for my wing, I'm just going to start from the bottom, my lower lash line, and create a line going upward, outward rather, as the start to my wing. Make sure it's a pretty thin line. Make sure it's pretty thin. And then I start from that line and bring it inward. And that just kind of creates my wing. I can do a separate tutorial on how to perfectly create the wing eyeliner, because as you can see, this is not a huge focus in this look. It's more about the shadow, and we're going to get to some contouring and highlighting. Now, before I add any colors in my lower lash line, I am going to go ahead and contour and highlight my face. So I'm going to start with my MAC concealer palette, and that is going to be 6 pans of not eyeshadow, but concealer and correctors that are for several different shades. This one is in medium deep. So this has shades from like NC42 to NW40 and 43. So I'm going to use my Duo Fiber MAC 130 brush. I am going to use NW40, and I'm going to just kind of stipple this underneath my eye. It's hard to not make a face, guys, so don't judge me. I'm trying to do this as cute as possible, and it's not gonna happen. And this concealer is pretty full coverage. You can definitely opt to use like a lighter coverage concealer. I just like the look of a full finish when I'm contouring and highlighting. I like to be completely beat on a daily basis. So in order to do that, you're going to definitely need full coverage products. And if you don't need the whole palette because you're not a makeup artist, you can definitely get these. I believe individually, this does not say that this is Studio Finish, but I'm pretty sure that it's the same consistency and everything as Studio Finish Concealer by MAC in the little pot. So if you just notice, I did this very loosely underneath my eye, and then I completely covered my cheek. And it's gonna be like an upside down, like heart shape. And then I came all the way into like the corners of my nose and all the way underneath my eyes, and I extended it out. And I'm going to go ahead and use that same concealer down my nose, in between my eyebrows very carefully, and on my forehead. And it's okay, it's not going to be exactly perfect because you're going to go through with your beauty blender, which is a huge investment. I feel like everyone needs one of those, and we're going to blend it all out, and it's going to mesh together, and it's going to look like one skin. I'm doing my Cupid's bow, which is this area here above the lip, and I even take it on the lip because I find that when I apply lipstick, it just makes for a more precise finish. On the chin, and now with a darker concealer, I'm going to use a foundation brush. This is just a cheap e.l.f. foundation brush, nothing special, and I'm taking a darker, that was NW40, which is a couple 2 to 3 shades lighter than my own skin tone. Now I'm going more like 1 shade from my skin tone, 1 to 2 shades. And I'm gonna start from like this little area of my ear, and I'm gonna draw a line inward. I'm gonna blend it down, and that is going to be a part of my cheek contour. You already see that my cheek looks more sculpted. That's gonna blend together and look like it belongs to the look. In just a sec, I'm gonna do the other side. And again, I use this little area on my ear as a little guideline as to where I'm doing this. Now that I have everything on, I look ridiculous, but just stay tuned because it only gets better from here. I am going to take everyone's favorite. I only use banana because I use products on my face that are a little red when I kind of am a neutral. Like, I have a lot of golden in my skin, but I do have a little bit of red. If I use all yellow products, I look just way too yellow. So I use like more of a red undertone for my highlight, and I set with a yellow tone, which is my banana powder by Nye. There are other shades. Banana powder is not for everyone, so definitely choose wisely when you're looking for your Nye luxury powder. And I'll just tap a little bit on my vanity, and I'm gonna take my amazing beauty blender. This sponge is amazing to me, and I am going to literally just pack color right onto the beauty blender, right underneath my eyes. And why I choose to use a beauty blender as opposed to a brush, it gives more coverage. It gives a more seamless look. And I use the other end to just blend out any like harsh lines from the concealer. I'm just blending out those lines that we did because we did it very loosely. So now I'm gonna take my beauty blender and like kind of feather out the edges. I'll work my way down onto the lip, on the chin, on my shirt. Now that I've got it on, I like to do something that's drag queens called cook, which means that I just take an excessive amount of that banana powder and I just apply it onto my cheeks and let it sit there just like that until I'm done. And that just intensifies the highlight. If you're using glittery eyeshadows, you will sit this on top of your skin. You will do your foundation and everything first. Sit this on top of your skin just like I'm doing now. And any fallout that you may have, you'll just sweep it right away and it'll be gone. You're welcome. Okay, now that I've got that on, I'm going to use Nutmeg, which is another Nye Banana product. Not banana, Nye Luxury Powder. This is in a darker color. If you don't have your hands on one of these products, you can use, if you're somewhat of my skin tone, you can use Blunt Blush by MAC. I find this a little red for me, but if you have a lighter hand, you can absolutely pull it off. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. So I'm just gonna go in the hollows of my cheek and apply this powder. I am using the 109 MAC brush, which is great for contouring because it's the perfect size. And then you want to do your temples. If you have a wider forehead, contouring on your forehead is optional. I like to bring my forehead a little bit forward. The purpose of contouring is to kind of shave off any excess, trim the fat, if you will. So since I have kind of a wide forehead, but I have like, I guess a short one, it's not too big, I want to just kind of bring it forward, bring my entire face forward by applying contour on my temples. I'm contouring my cheeks because while I do have pretty pronounced cheekbones, I've got kind of a fat face. It's still kind of round. So I contour my cheeks so that I can give more of that Kardashian, because I'm a Kardashian. That Kardashian effect, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, and then I'm going to take the same powder, but I'm using a blending eyeshadow brush. That got in my mouth. Blending eyeshadow brush, and I'm chiseling out my nose. So basically I highlighted down the center of my nose, but I'm contouring the sides of my nose. And what that is going to do, that is going to give the appearance that you've just got a nose job, girl. Like, you just spent thousands of dollars and got a nose job, and you look like $1 million, even if you just got 5. So, and I take my nose contour all the way up to the brow because I just think that that gives more of a just a clean appearance. Plus, it's something that celebrity makeup artists do, and you know, you just gotta fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm using Smashbox Amethyst eyeliner in my underneath my lower lash line. I'm just going to apply this underneath the waterline. Not necessarily, like the waterline is that line, you know, closest to the eyeball. And I'm just applying this wherever there's lashes. So I'm not taking these all the way across. I'm stopping it where my lashes stop. Now that I've got that eyeliner on, I'm going to go ahead and use an eyeshadow on top. I'm gonna use Shadowy Lady, which is the dark purple, the one that we use in our kind of our outer V of our eye. And then I'm just applying Shadowy Lady right on the outer corner here, just to give it a little bit of depth and smokiness. And then for the rest of the way, I'm just gonna apply the lighter purple, which I want to say this is Fig 1 by MAC. Now that I have that, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of white eyeliner. I like to use that to just kind of brighten up my waterline. It just gives like a really wide open eye effect. And to achieve that, I'm gonna be using my Jumbo eyeliner pencil in Milk by NYX. Very popular shadow stick. It can be used as, like I said, a shadow base or eyeliner. Very popular product. If you are an avid YouTube watcher, you know what this product is. And I'm being very careful to only apply this in the waterline, because somebody of my coloring, this can be very harsh on them if they go too close to the lash line with this. So stay in the waterline.